Hello everyone, welcome back to Original Code Dragon. So today in this video we will look into the Starship configuration. So if you haven't tried the Starship cross-shell prompt, you should try this one. This prompt is like it is compatible with almost all the shells. So Bash, if you see Fish, ZSH, PowerShell, Eon, and CMD as well, which is quite good. So and it is powered in Rust. So I have tried this. It is minimal configuration. It doesn't take a lot of power to run this one. And I felt like in my virtual machine, it was quite quick. I was not expecting much delay, experiencing any delay. And it is highly customizable. So let's start. So first of all, requisite is to install nerd font. So if you haven't installed nerd font, please do install it. I have given the update in my like how to install in my previous video. In this video we'll not go through it. You can go to my ultimate dev configuration video and we have installed Fira code. So you can install Fira code. Fira code is very good nut font and you can have available in every OS. So if you want to install, I think you can use Fira code install. You can go on the link as well. We'll start by installing the Rust itself. So I'll just give you the link. If you go here and search Fira code, you should see this browser, this page, and here as per your OS you should be able to install. If you see here, click on how to install and it should be visible. Cool. So what we will do, we will go ahead and install the nerd font. I'll copy this one. Since I'm using Linux, if you are on Windows, use Winget. For Mac, use Brew. Or if you have Homebrew, like it's up to you. Now we'll copy this one. I have already installed zterm in this, and we can press enter. It is asking us install Starship latest to user local bin. Yes. Okay, this is good. It knows it's an escalated permission, so it is asking for password. Now it has installed. So check your shell. So I'm using ZSH. I will be using ZSH, or if you are using Bash, you can use Bash. So first of all, install ZSH as well. I haven't installed ZSH. You can install sudo apt install ZSH. Okay, it's already installed. So I'll use ZSH command and we can exit create the file containing just a comment. This will prevent the function being run again. Quit and we can use 0. So ZSH shell is installed. So you can see here we don't have anything. So first of all we will see if ZSHRC file is created or it's created. Now we'll copy the for Starship. This is done. Let me source this one. So our prompt is installed. Now if you see here, we are not getting the directory in proper manner. So we can, for now, let's import, or we can use alias. Let's source this one. So first we'll be configuring the ZSH for this bad assignment. Let me see what has happened. We should not have space in this. So let us remove the space, and again, if you can see here, it is already giving me the time it is taking to complete. It's taken to complete. Now let us see. Yeah, this is good. I like. Now we can add the bash aliases as well. Let me add it. I'll copy this one. If there are any aliases, never zsh rc file. Now we can install. We if you see here, we are not getting any auto recommendation or auto suggestion. So we'll go to zsh users, and let's click on auto suggestion. We'll use completions and syntax highlighting. We'll also use the main page. Okay, yeah, so now let's go ahead and install it. If you can see here, this is given here, git clone command, and we can do the similar thing. We can copy this one, and let's go to our shell, git clone, paste it, and it is asking us to paste in zsh directory. If zsh directory doesn't exist, we have to create one. We'll create one directory. Now let's again use git clone command. Now we can copy this one. Let's copy the repo name. Okay, it is just control C. Again, I'll have, let me copy it again. And let me just type here zsh auto suggestions. It says git not found, so we'll have to install git. We can wait for the installation to complete. Cool. It took 25 seconds to complete this one. Let me run the command again. Oh, it worked. Now we can go to other directory. I'll use zss completions. I'll copy this one. You see here the difference is .git exist. So I'll just go here and copy this folder again and remove .git, and it needs to exist in zsh folder, and I'll use zsh completions. Hope the spellings are right here. Now the last one will be syntax highlighting. If I go here and I see, yeah, let me copy this file. Let us see if the URL is already given to us. Yeah, it is there. You can see here we can also use echo source. This one we'll add now after this. Now I'll copy this one. You can add any other plugin if you want. So I've added the plugins which I need most. Now we can open our ZRC file and let us add the plugin. Let us source the plugin. If you can see in this command, we can also use source command here, and then this should work. But we have installed in our .zss directory. The plugin directory is different, which is good for us. So we'll copy. I've already made a note of it, and I'll copy here. Yeah, I'll use, and let me source this one. Let us see if any error exists. No. So if I see here, syntax highlighting is working perfectly. Auto suggestion is also working perfectly, and auto completion is also working perfectly. Good for us. Now let us configure our Starship. So by default, Starship, if you see here, it is in this format and it has this arrow. But if we want to have some changes, so first of all, we'll go to Starship website, and here is the Starship website. Now here the configuration is mentioned. Let's click on configuration part. So this is the by default configuration. What we'll do here is that character. So we need character. Insert a new blank line between shell prompt. Let us go to this character configuration, and yeah, so what we can do first, let us use the prompt first. I'll copy this one. It says that we need to create a config directory and you add this Starship. So I'll copy this part and paste it. Now we'll open the config Starship config file. This is minimal configuration we need to do, I think. Now I'll copy this one, paste. Now if you see here, success symbol is there, but we don't have any error failure symbol. So we'll go to character and I'll copy this one, or you can use this, should be good. So instead of cross, if you need, so let us remove this line. Yeah. Now if we want to also use how much time it has taken, it was showing it earlier, but now it is not showing. So if you see here, cmd duration should accept command duration. So we'll go and copy this one. We need to remove. We add space. Now other thing we can add here is minimal changes. What I think we should do is username. Let me go ahead and use the username. So we can go here and see the username. So by default, it is not showing username. I need that it should show the username. If you see here, by default, the color is for user is bold red and bold yellow. For root, it is red, and for this one, it is yellow. So we can copy this one, and I will in this we can remove. I need by default style. So format. If you see, I don't want user to be there, so we will use user style only. Disabled equals to false, so you can just use remove and use the disabled equals to we can remove this one, show always true. Yeah, and let us also configure for the host name. Where is host? Yeah, let us copy this one. In this I can remove this ssh only false, this is right, and I can just change the format. So format, what we can use, we can use default format, and here the host name, let me add at the rate, like, and we can use default style. Remove this one. Let us see how it looks. If you see here, this looks good. You can change the color, up to you. So if you want to change the color, you can use, for example, if I want to use the bold red for this one, can use, let me see. Okay, we can go here. I can copy this one. Let me copy this. Let me open the new tab. So by default, my shell is not bash, so ZSH. So if you see here, it is bolded, but we want it to be by default. So I'll remove this one. If you see here, it has become lighter, the host name. Now, other than that, you can add battery symbol if you need, and there are a lot of. Let me show the Git by default Git configuration. So we will go to. I'll use my Golang course GitHub. So should be, yeah. We can go here and so we will clone this one. I'll clone this. Now we'll go to the course. You see here, you can see this by default configuration is good. We can change the symbol if you need. So if we go here and see the configuration, I'll click on Git. Yeah, here it is, Git branch. Git status. Yeah, you can add this one, this changes to your configuration file if you want to make it more appeasing. It depends on you. It is highly configurable. Now yeah, it has also given the option for cherry pick. Let's go to Python. So we can check like how does Python looks. What we'll do here, I'll create, and let me go to Python app. We'll create a new environment. So it says Python is not there. Let me see Python 3. This is latest version of. See here in Python for newer app, it is, if you want to create any virtual env, we need to install this one. So let me copy this. Now we can run the command again. It has created the venv. If I do ls -a, yeah. So let us show this one. You see here it is giving me the which version on the env it exists and what is the Python version I am using. It also has default support for Conda and AWS and everything. So for now we will change the symbol. So I'll copy this one, and what we can do, let's open our Starship. We already have. So here, yeah, now let's go back. I'll type ls. If you see here, the symbol is changed. So it's up to you like what symbol you want to configure and what icon you want to use. So the